The first time I saw the Shadow Man, I'm 39M, living in Michigan. This is the story of the first and last time I had sleep paralysis. I had dated someone in the past who dealt with sleep paralysis and night terrors, so I was aware of what it entailed. But until experiencing it for yourself, you can never really understand the dread that overtakes you. It was like a lucid dream. In fact, for a long time afterwards, I debated if it was a real event or not. It was the middle of the night. I had been asleep, but now was laying kind of propped up in bed on an angle with pillows behind my back. I am a grown man, but still sleep with a nightlight. I had a Himalayan salt rock lamp on my nightstand, putting off a warm orange glow. As my sessions came about, I realized that even though I was sitting up a bit, I had zero motor function of my body. I was paralyzed from head to toe. This alone was a terrifying notion. As someone who has been blessed with relatively good health through the years, not being able to move was shocking to say the least. Upon this realization, I began to take stock of my surroundings. And as I scanned the room, I saw him. My bedroom is part of an addition to my home, therefore it is a rather oblong shape. My bed was pushed into the corner on one side of the room. On the other side, out of the reach from the glowing nightlight, stood a shadow man. I would describe him the same as many others have described shadow people. He was nothing more than a silhouette, but was more black than all the darkness surrounding him. He stood tall with no features at all, but somehow I could feel his non-existent eyes fixated on me. He never moved, just stood there staring at me vacantly. Instant terror washed over me. I could see his malice and hostility. It felt like he wanted to hurt me. My body went into fight or flight mode and my adrenaline surged. But there was no moving. I remember trying to will my arms to function, but it was as if they were 10,000 pounds. I could not budge. My consciousness was my only tool. I wanted to scream at the entity. I kept trying to yell, "This is a house of God, you are not welcome here." But it was as if my voice was caught in my throat. Trying to urge the words from my mouth was met with defeat over and over again. Then, as suddenly as it had begun, it was over. Like a spell had been lifted, I gasped in a huge breath. My body seemed to tense and hug the bed's mattress. I could move again. I sat up all the way and my head darted around, frantically looking for the shadow figure. It was gone, but it hadn't disappeared. It didn't dissolve into thin air. It merely was there 1 second and not there the next.